What if I told you that you don't need a garden to harvest tons of sweet strawberries, and that I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in this video? No large bed, no greenhouse, no expert knowledge. All you need is a small, sunny spot, a simple container, good soil, and the right method. Many people believe strawberries only grow really well in a garden, but that is exactly not true. Strawberries are surprisingly adaptable. They grow in pots, balcony boxes, old buckets, or even reused containers. And if you do it right, you won't just get a few small fruits. You can have a real strawberry harvest at home, fresh, sweet, and straight from your own plant. In this video, I'll show you step by step how to grow strawberries easily at home, even without a garden, even as a beginner, and even if you used to think no plant would survive for long with you. Stay until the end, because one small mistake often decides whether your plant produces lots of fruit or barely grows. Most people make the same mistakes when growing strawberries. They plant them too deep. They water too much or too little. They put them in a spot that is too dark. Or they use soil that is too heavy and does not let the water drain. The result can quickly look disappointing. Yellow leaves, weak roots, barely any growth, and in the end, maybe only one single small strawberry. But growing strawberries is not hard. You just have to understand what this plant really needs. Strawberries love sun. They need loose, nutrient-rich soil. They like even moisture, but not waterlogging. And they need enough space so their roots can spread. If you follow these basics, you can grow strawberries almost anywhere. On the balcony, the patio, or even in a sunny spot in front of the house. First, you need a suitable planter. That can be a pot, a balcony box, an old bucket, or another container you want to reuse. The only important thing is this: excess water has to be able to drain out at the bottom. If your container does not have holes, make sure to add some. Because strawberries like moist soil, but they hate wet roots. If water stays in the pot, the roots rot quickly. Now we fill the container with soil. Loose, nutrient-rich potting soil works best. You can improve it with some compost or organic fertilizer. That way, the strawberry plant immediately gets the strength it needs for new roots, leaves, and fruits. The soil should stay loose. If it is too compact, water and air cannot circulate well, and the plant grows more slowly. Now comes the most important step: planting. Carefully take the strawberry plant out of its pot. If the roots are heavily grown together, loosen them gently with your fingers. Then place the plant into the new container. Make absolutely sure that the crown of the plant stays above the soil. This is the area in the center where new leaves grow from. If it gets buried, the plant can rot. If it sits too high, the roots dry out. Press the soil down lightly, just enough so the plant stands firmly. After planting, water thoroughly. Especially in the beginning, the plant needs enough water so it can establish itself. It's best to water directly onto the soil and not over the leaves. That keeps the plant healthier. But be careful. Too much water is one of the most common mistakes. The soil should be moist, not wet. Check with your finger whether the top layer is dry. Only then should you water again. The location now decides your success. Strawberries need light, ideally several hours of sun per day. The more sun they get, the sweeter and more aromatic the fruits become. A balcony is completely enough as long as it is bright enough. A patio or a sunny front entrance can also work. After a few days, you will see new leaves. That is a good sign. The plant has settled in. Then the first flowers appear, and those flowers are exactly what later become your strawberries. In this phase, the plant needs consistent care. A mild organic liquid fertilizer every few weeks can help. But don't overdo it. Too much fertilizer often leads to lots of leaves, but fewer fruits. Also remove yellow or diseased leaves. That way, the plant puts its energy into growth, flowers, and fruits. After some time, the most exciting moment happens. The first small green strawberries appear. At first, they are tiny. Maybe they even look unimpressive. But this is exactly where the transformation begins. With every day, they get bigger. First, they stay green. Then they become lighter. Later pink is out varnish spaurig, and eventually they shine bright red. This moment is special because suddenly you see that real fruits have grown from a little soil, water, and care. Fruits that do not come from the supermarket, fruits that you grew yourself. And that is exactly what makes growing your own so fascinating. It is not just about eating, it is about watching, about this small daily miracle, about the moment when you realize these strawberries grew with me. When the strawberries are fully red, you can harvest them. Pick them carefully with a small piece of stem attached. Don't pull too hard so you don't injure the plant. Freshly harvested strawberries often taste more intense than store-bought ones. They are more aromatic, softer, and sweeter, especially if they were allowed to ripen directly in the sun. And the best part, you know exactly where they come from. You know which soil you used, you know how you cared for them, and you can enjoy them right after picking. If you have several plants, you can harvest new fruits again and again over several weeks. Some varieties produce one especially heavy crop, while others keep forming new strawberries over a longer period. That is why it is worth growing more than just one plant, even in a small space. If you want lots of fruits, pay special attention to 3 things. First, sun. Without enough light, the fruits stay smaller and less sweet, so place your plants in the brightest spot. Second, water. The soil must not dry out, but it also must not stay permanently wet. Even moisture is the key. Third, nutrients. Some compost or mild organic fertilizer gives the plant strength for flowers and fruits. One more strong tip, place some straw, dry leaves, or mulch on top of the soil. That keeps the fruits cleaner, the soil dries out more slowly, and the roots are better protected. If your strawberries form runners, you can even grow new plants from them. As soon as small young plants form roots, place them in their own pot. That way, you can multiply your strawberries very easily, without having to buy new plants. As you can see, you don't need a large garden to grow strawberries. One pot is enough, one sunny spot is enough, and with the right care, you can soon harvest your own sweet strawberries. The most important thing is, just start. Many people wait for the perfect garden, the perfect balcony, or the perfect time. But plants don't grow because everything is perfect. They grow when you give them a chance. So take a container, fill it with soil, plant your strawberry plant, borsotoy, and watch what happens. Maybe in the beginning it is only one small plant, but with every new leaf, every flower, and every red fruit, you will notice how much joy growing your own can bring. And when you taste your first homegrown strawberry, you will immediately understand why this small effort is worth it.